Alright, this is the cheapest engine you can currently buy on Amazon. I've got two of these. So a couple years ago, this used to be the cheapest engine you could buy on Amazon. It's a GP15-1, it's by Walthers, and it's been a good runner. I really like this engine. It's got directional lighting, very powerful motor, and headlights very bright. But a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, Walthers released these engines. These engines, I think the cheapest one is a Santa Fe GP9M, and it is like 60 bucks, so it's pretty cheap. These were a little bit higher, like 70, 65, somewhere around there. But today I'm going to be reviewing these. So this one I've had for about 2 years. This one I got last year, pretty sure, maybe the year before that. But these have both been great runners. They have pretty good detail. The couplers are not spring-loaded couplers, they're the cheap ones, but none of these have broken on any of these engines. Now, this engine right here is still pretty cheap. It's like 80 bucks. This one does have spring-loaded couplers, so for 15 bucks more you can get this. But there's many different paint schemes that all of these come in. This one's probably my favorite because it's actually a good Burlington Northern paint scheme. I have another engine. This is my other. This is a GP20. This is by Tyco though, so completely different era. But you can see that's nowhere near as the same. But I usually run these two engines together. They're kind of like my switcher engines. I usually run them on the inner loop, this track, and I do yard work. I've got some videos on that because they're great for switching. The only thing that I have issues with is the lighting on these, but for a cheapo engine, it's really not that bad. But the light in the cab is not very bright, and it does not have a rear light. There's no light back here, so. But it's a cheap engine. Handrails are pretty sturdy, and they're not oversized, which is great. Detail's pretty good for the price. I mean, it's not obviously perfect, but they've been reliable engines. I've had no issues with them, but we'll run each of them, and I'll even show this one running. Actually, let's knock out the this one first. So this one does have directional lighting. So, and we'll get a train set up for these to pull. Headlights is, I mean, it is moving, but barely, but headlight is very bright. But as you can see, it's got the rear light is not on. And if I were to change the direction, it comes on. Let's see how fast this thing can go. That's wide open throttle. Let's see what the low speed is on this thing. Okay, it's not moving. Crank it up a little. See if it's moving now. Just put a little bit more power into it. There we go. But yeah, not bad. We'll start with the United States Army one. That's how it looks. Pretty good. So let's see. Didn't want to start up there for a second. Never done that before. It's a good runner. They're pretty quiet too. Let's see what top speed this thing has. Yeah, this thing's fast. Let's see what kind of low speed this thing has. It's stuttering. It's not great. Yeah, low speed's not great, but oh. Oh. Fix that later. We'll do this other one. Not really gonna do much with it. There's the other one. Oh, that's peppered. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. But in my opinion, I think for starter engines, these are way better than Bachmann's. Because Bachmann's are kind of buns. But only time will tell. I've only had these things for 2 years. No issues though, so far. But yeah, I would definitely. Walthers is a good brand. They make good engines, especially these for $60. Really can't pass up a deal like that. But thank y'all for watching.